I've myself several times suggested to some of the individuals that I know that are former heads of states and government to come in as the elder statesmen and women of Africa and have an all-Congolese conference.
Nobody has spoken to me about what to do about the DRC. Yeah, at all. They haven't. I don't know why.
People just scratch the surface and they never go deep to understand why are we having this thing in front of us.
We inherited colonial boundaries. And when the colonialists drew up the boundaries of the Democratic Republic of Congo, they included in the eastern parts of the Congo populations that were Rwanda speaking. These are Congolese in terms of those colonial borders.
Because of the arbitrariness with which the boundaries were drawn, you now find different ethnicities across borders.
But the problem for us and problem for the Congolese is that certainly even during the days of Mobutu, they did not want to recognize the Rwandese who were Congolese as Congolese. You even had a formation there in the Eastern Congo of a military group, a militia, which was called the Mai Mai. The Mai Mai whose purpose was to drive away these Rwandans back to Rwanda. And Mobutu was encouraging that.
Thought that they are Congolese. They are not Rwandese on the basis of the boundaries that we have. Nyerere, the former president of Tanzania, actually during the early days in 1970, when he was asked to mediate, said, when we talk about the Tutsi in Congo, they are not Rwandese, they are Congolese, according to the boundaries that we inherited.
The kingdom of Rwanda was partitioned between the Germans and the Belgians. And the Belgians took a part of the kingdom of Rwanda, the traditional kingdom of Rwanda, with the people. So when we say respect that border, which was agreed between the Germans and the Belgians, we must also be saying respect the people whom you received under that partition. You can't turn around and say, we no longer want you. You are no longer citizens of our country. What are you going to do? Are you going to return them alone, or you return them with the piece of land? You can't say go home. Home where?
That's why you have the M23. It's because the Rwandan people, the Banyamulenge in Eastern Congo, have for many decades felt this, that they don't have the protection of the government in Kinshasa. So they need to protect themselves.
It is a conflict which has given birth to what is now known as the M23. The M23 are people of Tutsi origin who are Congolese. But they are now being told, no, you are not Congolese, you are Rwandese, and that is why you see the frequent accusations that the Rwandese government is supporting them.
The M23 have heard about Congolese because the colonial times and so on and so forth, and the drawing of borders and the movements of people and so on and so forth happened in the Rwandese culture and heritage, but they are Congolese nationalities.
Right.
So I absolutely have no responsibility in this. It happened even before I was born. These things were unfolding before I was born.
But I'm saying the principal responsibility falls on the government of the Congo to protect the Rwandan-speaking population of the Eastern Congo, of the Kivus.
Et quand je prends la réalité de chez nous au Congo, mais les grands traîtres à la patrie, ce sont justement ceux qui sont au pouvoir. Dès lors qu'ils ne servent pas l'intérêt du peuple, mais c'est eux qu'on doit commencer à considérer comme des traîtres.
And we have 100,000 people as refugees here in Rwanda who hail from Eastern Congo and who are related to this group fighting that is called M23. And in fact, there are many more in Uganda than we have here. So when people are just saying, oh, 23 sanctioned, you know, they are terrorists, they are in other words saying the 100,000 people we have here are also terrorists.
Réglons cette affaire-là sans émotion, sans passion. Les réfugiés rentrent. Les réfugiés rentrent.
Oui, mais la peur, c'est que ces réfugiés, il peut y avoir des infiltrés.
Ce que tu dis là, ça c'est un discours de l'FDLR.
FDLR.
Ouais, ouais.